welcome to my playhouse. And today I'm gonna talk about heating and chainsaw because it's gotten cold here again. We've had a couple of good days where it hasn't been that cold. Let's go out into the winter garden. It's like a nice place. It's not too cold and it's not too hot, but as you can see, the snow is gone, but there's kind of white things here on the grass, and that means that it has been freezing this night. Right now the temperature is around, I found the thermometer over here. Here it is. It's 1.5 degrees Celsius. Inside it's a nice 20 degrees something. And let's see, in Fahrenheit that is 34.7. Inside is 68. And let's see what the maximum was. The maximum outside was 50 and the minimum was 31.5. And I would like to see that in Celsius because maximum outside has been 10.2 and the minimum has just under freezing, minus 0.3. That means that I have to put on a lot of wood on the wood stove. Right now the heat pump that's also on. Right now it's not running, it's just showing the temperature of the water going forth and back. This should be the temperature of the water that is leaving the heat pump. The temperature, I think this is the temperature of the water going into the heat pump. I'm not sure. I had to read the manual again. Yeah, but normally I chop up wood for heating, and I use my chainsaw right here. And yesterday I was out chopping wood, gas full. I can do the firewood for about 2 weekends. Suddenly yesterday it wasn't really doing anything, and it was because the chain that is over here broke. I've never tried that before. Also, like a funny moment where I was standing there and wondering why the saw wasn't producing any dust at all. It's just broken off here. That's weird. Trash. But I found that I have another one laying around. This is, yeah, that one was an old one that we put back in, and I used a regular file to just sharpen it. It was working really well, I should say. And here I have another one. I haven't had it out of this box. It's like when I buy a new chain, I save the old one. And here's an old one. It doesn't look that bad. When I just got the chainsaw, I didn't know how to really sharpen the teeth. I used the chains until they were really dull. Bought a new one, which became rather expensive because a chain like this is about $25. So, but now that I had to put on a new chain, and it wasn't on the saw. Don't go into the sink. I also have this device for sharpening the chain. I never found out how this works, and it has been sitting there getting really dirty, so I'm gonna start by cleaning it up. So out here in the kitchen, this thing has been sitting around for probably a couple of years since I've had this out of the box. When I got it, I mounted it on a board. It seems that board has gotten a bit of water since then. The planks are not that good anymore, but it's probably fine. We'll put it over here. And I'll clean it up. well, now it's a lot cleaner and a lot nicer to work with. And I'm not gonna sharpen any chain in the kitchen. That's too much of a mess. So we'll take this back into the hallway entrance, the rough kitchen. Back out here, and I've plugged in power. It's the black cord right here, and I plugged it into the machine. And it's like there's a rotating thing up here, and you turn it on and off here. There's two buttons on, and this rotates, and yeah, of course off is off, no problem. This thing turns around, and that decides the angle of the chain in some way. Putting this chain in the machine, I think it's really meant for sticking out over the table here. Something like this. I have to get the angle of this correct, and then I have to tighten it in the bottom of it, where it's like, there's like a screw down here. I made a big hole when I put it on the plate, and I'll have to tighten that up, at least fasten it a bit, because I probably have to turn it around when I have to go in the other direction. Well, I have decided that this is not a very good way to go around with it, because the chain is supposed to be on this thing and fall down like this, and it's not able to do that because of the way that I've mounted this board, because this piece of it is probably meant for going out over the table like this, and then there's not supposed to be anything down there. So I found another board that I think I'm gonna try and mount it on. It's exactly the same kind of board. It's a little bit bigger, I see, to try and get some air under this. And I might as well just, if I could make it like fit in this corner, and just have the machine stick out of this corner, and just chop some of the leftovers off. That would probably be good. I'm gonna find something to make a bit of a drawing with. Well, I kind of found out where I want it, and got a pin. I'm just gonna mark where the cuts are gonna be. So I'm gonna go and cut this piece with the new Ryobi circular saw. Let's go. I probably didn't have to take as much of this corner. I just didn't want it to go into that round thing, but it's probably okay. A little change of plans. I'm gonna move this into the corner. I think I'll just take up a little bit, a snatch this time, and I'll put this piece over here like this, because it seems that there's like small edges there. That's probably where it's supposed to be sticking out, and if I do that, it will stick out, and it will have this board to sit on like that. Yeah, and that should be cool. And I'm gonna take some of these off. I made a bit of drawings that follow the machine around. Probably just gonna go this way and this way for it to have as much wood as possible to sit on. I'm gonna go and chop that off. Okay, I took the corner off. Where's my finger? There. Took the corner off. I think that's about as good as it gets. I'm gonna give it a couple of lines. Let's see where it's supposed to go. Right there. brought some wood glue as well. Apparently someone forgot to close the bottle. I'll have a serious talk with that somebody. And I got a couple of longer screws. Make sure that they don't go too far down. They do, they're too long. Good thing though, have some spacers. I'm gonna do like this. I'm just gonna put an extra screw here in the back of it. Around here, there's a piece of wood that's sticking out in the back, and to fasten that really well, I'll just put in this too. These rubber things down here, they just fell off, so I'm gonna loosen this screw again and put on a washer. Reusing the old screws. Start by putting on the washer and putting on the rubber. There's a bit of them sticking out down here. Just take the I'll just bring them a little bit back. That's gone, and this one too. It's just a teeny, it's really, really mushed down there too far anyway. There we are. Yeah, nothing and nothing. So how it sits there really well, and I'll just put something heavy on the back of that plate and it will be there fairly good. Just happen to have a bucket of paint standing around. It's a little bit wobbly anyway, but maybe I can tighten it down a little bit better when the glue has dried. So now this goes in here really well. I'm looking very much forward to seeing how this will work. And there's numbers on this thing down here, and I think I had to find the box. I think it might say something about how to sharpen this, in what angle. I found it. The box says that the chain that I bought here is a 91p, and 91p is down here, that row of numbers right there, and the angle has to be 30 degrees, and that's the number I have to use on this turning thing down here, 30. These chainsaw sharpening tools are available in a lot of brands, and I don't think it's not made by these guys, they just put on their sticker and sold it. There's a lot of detail down here, but yeah, it doesn't say much. It uses 85 watts. It's not really important because it's okay to use 85 watts when it's actually working. I'm gonna set it to 30 degrees down here and tighten it up. And I'm gonna lower the camera so that you can better see what I'm doing. And now that we're doing the teeth in one angle, it's every second teeth. It's gonna be sharpened. Change the angle to 30 degrees that way. We can now sharpen all the other ones. Very sharp. And I'll now mount it on my chainsaw and go out and chop some wood. So the chainsaw is now loaded with the old chain, but freshly sharpened, and it's sharp. Hope you enjoyed this video, had something to gain from it. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. Please like some of my films and have a really nice day.